Greetings, virtual village family. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well on this Monday. I don't know why, but for me, it feels like it's been a long time, like an extended time period in which I have convened with you all. But I, like Prince Akeem, am very happy to be here. And I hope that you all are as well. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. And I don't know where you are in the country, but I know the weather has been nice down south. And boy, have I been, trying my best to enjoy that as much as I can. We all got our work and responsibilities we have to do. But if you can get out there and experience that nice weather, please do. It cooled down a little bit today, but it's still a lot better than all that cold burr weather that we have been having. So I want to know, did anybody, get your read on over the weekend? Were you reading culturally affirming literature? For our little ones, were you reading? For our adults, were you reading with the little ones or to them? I told you, as this weather breaks, it is a wonderful, wonderful time to go outside and read and to have literacy type games. As you know, with our teachers coming on doing the virtual lessons, they're adding parent tips along the way. And there are so many of those parent tips in there that you can incorporate outdoors. And just as we continue to make literacy a cultural moment, to make literacy an educational moment, to make literacy, to make it fun, to make it just interwoven into our lives, all right? Because we know that we are the literacy gang, and we are all about building strong, confident readers around here, okay? So keep getting your read on, keep getting your read on. If you all are not aware, this is the last week of season 4, the very last week of season 4. And we hope that you all have enjoyed this season with us. We brought some new things, we updated some of the things that you've been familiar with, and we are already working on season 5 and how exciting that is going to be. So look out for that, because when you think we're coming with something even, different and better for you all. We have our babies, we have our families in mind as we plan. So listen, feel free to share with us what you've been reading. We always want to know, what Black children's books have you been reading? What is on your list? What is in your rotation? We always talk about, my friends and I, what's on rotation? What are you listening to? So what are you reading? What is in your literary rotation? Let us know. What are your babies reading? So, we have a great night. We have a great evening for you. And y'all savor this again, because it's the last week of season 4. We have a dynamic teacher. And then, our young people are going to do their thing. They are going to do their thing. So with that said, I've had a long day, a lot of work doing, and devices shutting down and all kind of strange things. And, those little things can pile up, and sometimes you feel like you're running on fumes. So it's about time for our Shania to come along and give me that pickup. So come on and do your thing, honey.
Greetings, virtual villagers. My name is Shania, and do you know what time it is? It's affirmation time! Time to remind ourselves how great we are. So everybody, repeat after me. I am smart. I have purpose. I am confident. I am valuable. My voice is worthy of being heard. I am an asset to my family, school, and community. I respect myself and I respect others. I am beautifully made inside and out. I love my beautiful hair and I love my beautiful brown skin. I am more than enough. Great job, virtual villagers! Can I get a virtual high five? Great job! And always remember how fantastic you are.
This is Kalia, and here's today's moment in history. Lorraine Harrisburg. When it comes to creating art that truly captures the spirit and vibrancy of the times, Lorraine Harrisburg was a true artist. Her most notable work being A Raisin in the Sun, that explores the hardships faced by a Black family in Chicago that has to deal with the 20th century racial tensions. It's heavily praised because it places front and center the dynamics of the Black family. Harrisburg was an artist, but that didn't prevent her from being a vocal activist who, along with other Black artists such as James Baldwin, Harry Belafonte, and Lena Horne, tested their then Attorney General Robert Kennedy about the positions of the civil rights. Harrisburg thoughtfully believed that escaping racism meant escaping capitalism, which is why she risked her career in the 1950s by advocating for socialism in America as well as in other developing nations. Harrisburg also used her stardom to openly criticize so-called Black leaders whose politics and proposals had ignored the Black poor. Harrisburg was truly a magnificent person who used her talents to push for the betterment of Black people at home while advocating for those abroad.
This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
Good morning, students!
Professor Ramona and I are going to be working on fractions today.
Encuentra el país.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him.
Excuse me.
Ay, de nuevo.
Teachers are doing whatever it takes to connect with their students.
202.
And Cox is too, by connecting over 140,000 eligible students in need with low-cost internet.
Who wants to see it again?
With the Connect to Compete program from Cox.
Have you been injured? Do you need to protect your intellectual property? The McPhillip firm can help you. We are an Atlanta-based boutique law firm offering a unique blend of personal injury and intellectual property services. We provide tailored counseling and representation. The McPhillip firm is here for you. Call us today for a free consultation at 404-999-5LAW. The McPhillip firm. No gimmicks, just results.
All right, Virtual Village family, I am feeling nice and affirmed. Like I said, I needed that pick-me-up from Shania. She always gets things going, making sure that our little people, as well as adults, that we feel good about who we are, that pick-me-up that we needed, that is customized to understanding exactly how valuable we are. We never, ever can overstress or emphasize to our children how valuable they are. We hear all of these things in the news. These incidents happening where Black children are being demeaned, where they are not being valued, and horrible things are happening in school systems across the country. And so it is important that we make sure as the elder villagers that we are protecting our children and that we are affirming them. And we believe that this affirmation is a simple way in which we can have our children to repeat this regularly. We can say this with them. We have that clip available if you want to incorporate that into the daily lives of you and your little ones. Our little ones, if you are inspired by that, it is easy to go right on our Facebook page or YouTube and get that clip or send us a message and ask us for it. And like Wu-Tang said, it's yours. It's yours, baby, because we want you to feel affirmed and inspired and know that you are the most valuable resource that we have. And then, of course, Kalia comes through like a champ and gives us that moment in history, which is super important. It's important to us that we are providing you with information about Black people and Black events that you don't hear all the time in school, or that, you know, a lot of people don't find out until they may be in their 20s, 30s, 40s or beyond. So we want to make sure that we are exposing our young people and our parents to this and giving you the tools, the ground level to come in and further these conversations. And finally, shout out to the Black businesses who are sponsoring this program. Shout out to all of our sponsors, but particularly to these small businesses who are out there doing their thing, these Black businesses in the Hampton Roads area and beyond. Make sure you guys, you're paying attention as you pay attention to these commercials, that you patronize these businesses. Okay, we have all sort of businesses up here. And so now It's time to go into our literacy lesson for the night, the foundational literacy lesson. And I always feel like I need to stress for anybody who doesn't understand why this is important. With the work that I do, I see a lot of times our children who are in advanced grades. Let's just reiterate here that from kindergarten through second grade, our children are learning to read. Third grade and beyond, they are reading to learn. So that means they are being taught literacy from, kindergarten or however early it started on up to second grade. You're learning how to read. But then third grade and beyond, you are using what you've learned in order to be able to learn more. Okay, so those foundational literacy skills are not being taught. And nothing is more hurtful than seeing one of our babies who are beyond third grade and they are still struggling with the foundational literacy. It affects them with their confidence when it comes to learning. It affects them in a lot of ways, and it makes learning more challenging. So we hope you all understand that providing these little nuggets of foundational literacy that are able to be played back, where children can go through this at their own pace. And they also have friendly teachers who are not doing strange things to them, who are not, belittling them, who are affirming them, who are real teachers who really love on our babies despite any, when it's hard, when it's easy or whatever. So that's what this movement is all about. If you believe in this movement, make sure you click that share button right now. But what I'm going to do is bring on one of our favorite teachers, one of our most loving teachers, and that is Miss Anderson. Where you at, sis? Where are you? Where is she? There she is. How are you doing this evening?
I am doing well.
Good. Do you have anything you want to share with us or no?
I do not.
Okay, got you. Well, this is what I want to share. Okay. Your face being here right now means a lot to me because I've definitely been beyond triggered by, we constantly hear in the news these things that are happening to Black children in the schools that they attend. We've heard as young as a 5-year-old. I don't. Everybody, y'all know the social media rounds, and we've heard that story about what happened, and it goes into my soul, in every fiber of my being, and I'm like, we must protect our children. We must affirm our children. It is our duty. So to see a loving face like yours come up here to deliver this message and knowing how you are with our babies in your class, with your babies, our babies, all the babies, it means a lot to me. And, you were selected to be a part of this project that is your project, our project, the community's project, because of the type of teacher you are. Because you know your skills with the educational component, but you are also well-rounded and understand that our babies need love. That they need a teacher who will love on them, who will hold them accountable in the right type of ways that build them up. So we're just super excited to have you. And, I know that I know what school system you're in, and I know that you guys had some changes today, and I know that can be a lot. So I don't want to overtax you. I'm just letting you know that I'm happy to see your face. It's the type of face that, all of our children deserve to have in front of them on a daily basis.
Yes.
Yes. And we have Sister Letitia here with the energy. She says, real talk. Hey, sis, CCIA, we love that energy. So glad to see you here. It always makes us feel good to see our virtual village family. We love that support. And so are you ready to get on into this lesson?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, I'm ready to see a lesson from a smiling face, a loving face who gets it. So I'm going to step away and let you do your thing, Miss Anderson.
All right. Good evening, virtual villagers. I am happy to do your lesson tonight. So I hope everyone is ready. So as always, we're going to start out with our letter sounds. So I want you to help me point to each letter, and then we're going to say the sound that it makes. All right, so here we go. A, apple. B, ball. C, cat. D, dog. E, elephant. F, fish. G, goat. H, house. I, insect. J, jump. K, kite. L, lion. M, mouse. N, nest. All right, let's go down here. Letter O, ostrich. P, pumpkin. Q, quilt. R, raccoon. S, sun. T, toy. U, umbrella. V, vase. W, window. X, x-ray. Y, yo-yo. Z, zebra. All right. Good job. So now that we know the sounds that all of our letters make, now I want you to listen to some words. I'm going to say some words, and I want you to listen to the sound that you hear at the end of the word. All right? So, first word is desk. Desk. What sound did you hear at the end of desk? That's right. We hear the k sound at the end of desk. And for desk, the letter K makes the k sound. Very good. All right, next word is coal. Coal. What sound do we hear at the end of coal? So say that word, coal. So what was that last sound that you heard? That is right. It is the L. L. And what letter did we say make the L sound? That's right. It's the letter L. Very good. All right, let's do another one. Steam. Steam. What sound do we hear at the end of steam? Did you say That's right. We hear the sound at the end of steam. And what letter says That's right. The letter M. You guys are really good at your letter sounds. All right, we have two more. All right, next word is plug. Plug. What sound did you hear at the end of plug? All right, we hear the G sound. G. And what letter makes the G sound? You got it. It's the letter G. All right, last one. Seed. Let me hear you say that word. Seed. And what sound do we hear at the end of seed? You're right. We hear the D sound. And what letter makes that sound? That's right. It is the letter D. Excellent job. All right. So now that we, again, have those letter sounds down, we are going to put some sounds together to see what words they make. All right. So what letter says T? That's right. Letter T. All right. Now, what letter says A? Correct. The letter A. And then we just did this one. What letter says G? That's correct. The letter G. So now we're going to blend the sounds together to figure out what the word is. All right, you ready? Here we go. T, A, G. All right, let's try it again. T, A, G. All right, one more time. I'm going to do it a little bit quicker. Tag. Tag. The word is tag. Very good. And that tag has the short A, which says A. All right, the next one we're going to do. What letter says W? W. What sound do we hear? What letter says W? All right, that's correct. It is the letter W. All right. Now, what letter makes the I sound? I. You're right. It is the letter I. Now, what letter says mm? Mm. You got it. Letter N. All right. So we're going to blend them together. Here we go. W, N. Let's try it again. W, N. One more time. W-N. What's the word? The word is when. Very good. All right, we're going to do one more. You guys already know what to do. Here we go. What letter says K? All right, so there is two, right? We did one earlier. But we're going to go with the letter C, okay? So letter C says K. All right, and what letter makes the sound? It is the letter U. Now, what letter says B? B. All right, good job. The letter B. All right, so now we're going to blend it together. All right, here we go. K, B. All right, let's do it again. K, B. One more time. Cub. Did you get cub? Very good. The word is cub. Awesome job, virtual villagers. All right. So now I'm going to say 3 words, and I want you to listen very closely because I want you to tell me the sound that they all have that's the same. All right. So big, baby, bump. Let's try it again. So I want you to listen. Big, baby, bump. They all begin with the same sound, which is the letter B. Very good. All right, let's listen for the next one. Big, do, dare. Let's try it again. Dig, do, dare. What sound do we hear at the beginning of those words? That's right. They all begin with the D sound, which is the letter D. All right, let's do another one. Here we go. Fuss, fog, face. Listen again. Fuss, fog, and face. What sound do they all have at the beginning? That's right. We hear the F sound, which is the letter F. They all have F at the beginning. Very good. All right, one last one. Here we go. Him, her, hope. I want you to pay attention to the sound that you hear at the beginning. Him, her, and hope. They all have the same sound at the beginning, which is the what sound? That's right. They all have the sound. And what letter makes that sound? That's right. The letter H. Very good. So him, her, and hope all have the letter H at the beginning. All right. You guys have done a wonderful job with your sounds today. All right. So I have a parent tip for all you parents out there. An important writing tip. So something that we teach our students is when writing, have your students use a finger space as a space holder to make sure that the words are separated. Because sometimes when we're beginning to write, we might try to write our words all together, but using one finger to put the spaces in between the words will help them to learn their spacing in between the words. So that is a tip that you can use at home when your student is writing. All right, so that is my lesson for today, and then I will be back to read a story.
That was a great lesson, such an important lesson. And I feel like, I transformed back into kindergarten with the finger space. I remember all of those things, and we do see our little ones writing and it gets close together. So those simple things sometimes make a big difference. So we appreciate those parent tips that you're bringing on there, and just the wonderful lessons that you're providing for our children. Again, it's been a rough week for me. None of these things are new. Not a rough week, but the last week when we keep hearing all of these things. And I just appreciate having teachers who, affirm our children. That is super important. And it's what our community needs. And I know it's what every parent hopes for. So, we value you all. We definitely appreciate you all. So look, I know everybody tuned in. Y'all want this story. I know y'all are here and y'all are ready to gather around. Look, we're going to give you a second to go. If you got some little popcorn, hopefully some healthy snacks, but I'm not judging. Whatever it is that you are bringing to, gather around. If you got some, well, it's past hot chocolate time. So something good, some juice or some water or whatever you are, using for a beverage, because Miss Anderson is going to provide us with a great story right now. And what story will that be?
So my story tonight is called Jamaica and Brianna.
Jamaica and Brianna. Wonderful. So I know you all want to learn about Jamaica and Brianna. So we are going to have a quick word from our sponsors. And when we come back, Miss Anderson is going to give us that Jamaica and Brianna action, and there's some love for you. All right.
Smart kids make our world better. At Heavenly Hearts, we believe that the right foundation is key to our future leader success. With our 4 key learning principles, which are inclusive learning environment, early exposure to financial literacy, community engagement, science and technology with engineering, art, and math labs, will enrich each one of our future leaders as well as the community they are part of. In these unprecedented times, the $59 billion childcare industry has been dramatically impacted by the pandemic. Heavenly Hearts has currently implemented several advanced health and safety precautions to protect our children and staff at our current licensed facility in Chesapeake, Virginia. Our new location will continue to use advanced technology to protect our children from this and future threats to their health and safety. As our mission is to educate, empower, and equip our students with the necessary foundation to be holistically successful throughout life, we invite you to get involved. As an investor or community partner, you can help in a variety of ways. Contact Serena Mann at 757-254-8156.
All right, welcome back. Like I said, I'm going to read the story called Jamaica and Brianna. This story is written by Juanita Havel and illustrated by Anne Sibley O'Brien. All right, so I'm going to step back just a little bit. Okay. Do I have to wear Ossie's boots? Jamaica asked her mother. Until I have a chance to buy you new boots, her mother said. Jamaica pulled on Ossie's old gray boots. I don't want to wear these boots. They're boy boots. Her father shook his head. They're unisex boots for boys or girls, but they're too tight. Her mother scrunched the toe of the boot. They fit fine for now, she said. Jamaica slopped through the wet snow to the bus stop. She looked at a tiny hole on the toe of Ossie's right boot. Maybe the hole would get bigger. Then she would have to get new boots. Jamaica's friend Brianna was already there. Hi, she shouted. Then she said, Jamaica, you're wearing boy boots. Brianna's boots were pink with fuzzy white cuffs. They weren't brand new, but they still looked good. Jamaica shrugged. She wished that Brianna didn't talk so loud. Everyone would notice. At school, Jamaica jerked the boots off. The hole in the toe ripped wider. She poked her finger all the way through now. You should be more careful, her mother said when Jamaica got home. I'm afraid it can't be fixed. I'm sorry, Jamaica said. She was sorry not to be careful, but she wasn't sorry about the boot. Look at the look on her face. Now she would have to get new boots right away. I think she was happy about that. There are so many boots, Jamaica told her mother at the shoe store. I want them all. She saw a pair of pink boots. They looked shinier than Brianna's boots, and the cuff around the top was fluffier. What about the pink boots, her mother said. But Brianna has pink boots. She'll think I copied. Jamaica pointed to a pair of tan boots. Look at those, Mother. They look like real leather cowboy boots. See the curly designs? Those are the ones I want. Are you sure, Jamaica? Aren't those boy boots? Oh no, they're for boys or girls. They were nothing like Ossie's boots. They were beautiful, and they were soft and warm inside. Jamaica wore the cowboy boots home. The next morning, Jamaica ran to the bus stop. She scrunched through the snow. Where did you get those boots? Brianna asked. Uptown with my mother, Jamaica said. They're cowboy boots. Brianna came closer and looked at Jamaica's boots. Cowboy boots aren't in. Jamaica was surprised. They're in for me, she said, but her feet felt heavy as she tramped past Brianna. I saw boots just like yours, Brianna, but I didn't get them because they were ugly. Brianna looked like she might cry. She turned around and walked off. Ooh, was that really nice what she said to her? It snowed again on Friday night. I guess I'll have to wear boots to school on Monday, Jamaica said. I thought you liked your new boots, her mother said. I do, Jamaica said, but Brianna doesn't like them. But Brianna isn't wearing them. You are. You picked them out for yourself. On Saturday, Jamaica played in the snow all day. Her cowboy boots kept her feet warm and dry. They looked good too. Jamaica loved her new boots. They were just right for her, no matter what Brianna said. On Monday, Brianna didn't say anything at the bus stop. At school, Jamaica saw her jerk her boots off and toss them to the floor. Brianna, be careful with your pretty boots, Mrs. Worth said. They're ugly, Brianna mumbled. They're my sister's ugly old boots. Jamaica picked one of Brianna's boots. I know how you feel. I didn't like to wear Ossie's boots either. She set the boot against the wall. But these are pretty boots. You said they were ugly, Brianna said. That's why you didn't buy pink boots. That's not why. I didn't buy them because I thought you would say I copied. Copied? Brianna laughed. Oh no, I would have said they're ugly. I really like your new boots. I should have told you so. That's okay. Anyways, you just did, Jamaica said. Will you get to pick out your own boots too when you get new ones? I have to grow out of these first. You will, if it keeps snowing for a long time. Yeah, Brianna said, then my feet will have time to get bigger. Jamaica laughed. She thought about drifts of deep, fluffy snow. And we can both wear our new boots. I hope it snows until school's out. The end. So I hope you enjoyed that story, virtual villagers. It was a very good story about how it doesn't matter what someone else thinks of something that you have as long as you love it. That's what's the most important. And we shouldn't try to please other people, but make sure that we're happy on the inside.
All right, so that was definitely a great story. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and a great lesson. That is, that lesson stands the test of time right there. Something that we always must reinforce with our children. And sometimes, the cool thing about children's literature to me is there's a lot for grown people to learn in there too, whether we're having the stories like those about, friends, learning things with interaction and learning about, who you are and believing in yourself and being firm to who you are. So when we learn about historic figures, I just think there are so many things that benefit adults when we take the time to read with our children or, look over the books that they're going to be reading. So it's a win for the entire community. And there's that love. There's that love, putting a smile on your face. Let's see here. So that is awesome. And let's see. We have Mr. Bracey is in the building. He said, great story. His children love Jamaica books. So Mr. Bracey is also one of our educators up here, media specialist, one of the ones who love on our babies and goes that extra mile. So we are so glad to have you tuned in this evening. So yes, thank you so much, Miss Anderson, for all that you do for our children on a daily basis and what you do here on the Virtual Village Show. As you know, this is our last week for season 4.
Right.
Not forever, but for season 4. So that means we'll be gone away for a while, but we'll have some other things going on in the interim, and we'll make sure that you all are able to revisit these episodes throughout the time. But I think this is your last time with us this season. So definitely have to get some parting words from you before you go.
Well, I've enjoyed being a part of the Virtual Village as always. And I just thank Star again for the opportunity and the platform that she has created. I think it's a wonderful thing. To all the virtual villagers out there, show some love to some teachers today. They might need it. And always, always, always read, and then just keep being great and just keep tuning in to the Virtual Village. There's always something in store.
I love it. I love it. So those are excellent words that Miss Tyra and Miss Anderson is leaving us on. And again, you'll still be able to see her because we're going to make sure that you have access to these shows that we've done during season 4. And we are, all working together. The team is working together to cook up something great for you all for the next season. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you all click the share button and continue to let people know about us because these episodes, again, will still be accessible for you all. So thank you so much, Miss Anderson. I know about this day. I definitely understand. And, the community we love you all. We appreciate you all. So you do what you have to do to recharge and, you enjoy the rest of your evening. All right.
All right. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Yes. So, in a lot of districts around, teachers returned back to the classroom, and it has been over a year or at least up to a year since they've had their students in person. And that's a lot. We never saw this thing coming. We never knew, we never imagined a thing such as this would happen. And it's been a lot for our children. It's been a lot for teachers, for parents, for the community at large. So much love to our teachers who care, our educators who are all about educating and loving on our children in a holistic way. Also, this is coming up on a year for the Virtual Village Show. If you all have been around from the beginning, the first day when Rodney and I got up here, it was the Let's Get Clever virtual reading. And it has grown into the literacy gang. And we've had 2 theme songs. And, we have a lot of wonderful things that have happened here, and a great team that has assembled. And it's all about bringing this literacy culture, community, and love. So we want you all to tune in tomorrow. As we reminisce, we are going to have an anniversary show, an anniversary of a year of this family, this community that has been built. So please make sure that you tune in. Tomorrow is going to be great. You may see some familiar faces. We're definitely excited about that. And of course, my co-host, Mr. Rodney Jordan, will be with me. So I'm going to step away a minute because it's time for Powerful Peyton to come on here, and she delivers these quotes with the ancestors all up in her spirit. So check her out.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I am Peyton, and today's quote is from Lorraine Harrisburg. Never be afraid to sit a while and think.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Jameer, and I'm here to bring you today's book recommendation. Kalia told you a little about the talented and outspoken Miss Lorraine Harrisburg. Therefore, we recommend Young, Black, and Determined, a biography of Lorraine Harrisburg by Pat and Frederick McKissick. You can purchase this book at your local Black-owned bookstore or visit smile.amazon.com and add Clever Communities in Action as your local charity, and Amazon will donate a percentage of the price of your purchases at no cost to you.
All right, so it's been a wonderful evening, Peyton. I'll see how powerful she is. That's her new name, Powerful Peyton. And then Jameer comes through with that book recommendation. And our goal is to make sure that you all are adding these books to your children's library at home. So whether it's the book that the teachers read or the recommendation that Jameer gives, and sometimes those recommendations are children's books, sometimes those are recommendations for books for parents that will help make you more well-versed so that you can have these conversations with your children. But it's all about, again, being culturally aware, culturally competent, and making sure that we have these strong readers, that literacy is a key component in the household. So we are here. We are that one-stop literacy and culture shop for you all. And we appreciate you all tuning in. You all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you back tomorrow for the anniversary celebration. Peace.